morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our viewers watching from around the globe. We're coming to you tonight with breaking news that just might surprise you. 31% of the U.S. population, including children, are now clinically diagnosed with one or more nutritional deficiencies. Before we look at who might be affected, let's talk to clinical dietitian Asia Roberts on what exactly a nutritional deficiency is.
Hi Katya, thank you so much for having me. Now, to keep it simple, there are two types of nutritional deficiencies. The percentages that you're talking about is going to be primary deficiencies. Now, what that means is we are not eating enough of a certain nutrient. So with our diet that goes from every day, we just simply aren't getting enough of whatever vitamin we're deficient in. So for secondary deficiencies, that is when our bodies don't absorb enough of the nutrient. So we may be eating the recommended amount of the nutrient, but our bodies are having some type of issue, intestinal, celiac disease, where we cannot absorb that nutrient. Thank you, Asia. Before we move on, when we refer to nutrients, what exactly are we referring to? Okay, that's a great question. So when we refer to nutrients, we are either talking about vitamins or minerals. So in this case, it's going to be mostly vitamins. We have vitamins A, B, C, D, E, and K, which are all very important to maintaining our bodily processes like metabolism. But we can also be deficient in minerals too. So when we say minerals, we're referring to maybe sodium, potassium, chloride even, and iron. So when we are deficient in those, they are also very important to bodily processes also. Thank you so much, Asia. Now let's take a look at the groups most affected here in the United States in regards to both vitamins and minerals. You may be surprised you might be one of them. Now this chart shows some of the most affected populations, but not exactly what they're deficient for. For that, we're going to go live with our reporter on the scene with members from these populations to hear exactly what they're deficient in and some of their symptoms. Charlotte, tell us who you're with.
Thank you, Katya. I'm Charlotte with RNN, Real News Network, and I'm here with Morgan, who is a devout vegan. Can you explain to myself and all the viewers what being a vegan actually means?
So being a vegan means that I don't eat any animal products, I only eat plant-based products.
So your doctor noticed that you were nutrient deficient. What vitamins and minerals are you deficient in?
I was deficient in iron and B12 because those all come from red meats. So I'm now taking vitamins and supplements to make sure that I'm not deficient.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that information with all of us and all of our viewers. We wish you luck, definitely wish you luck. Back to you, Katya, in the studio. I'm Charlotte with RNN.
Thank you, Charlotte. And before we get back to you with another affected member, we're going to Maya with the weather forecast. It's a beautiful day out. What do you think?
For us, living below 37 degrees latitude in the United States, it's going to be a great sunny day. As long as we go outside for at least 10 minutes, we will all get the recommended vitamin D we need per day. But for those of us living above 37 degrees latitude, our skin will make no vitamin D for us, even if we're in the sun. So we must get it through our diet. Katya, back to you.
Thank you, Maya. Very sad statistic when where we live can determine if we're more likely to be nutrient deficient. Thank you for sharing with our viewers. Now we're going to go live to the scene again with Charlotte, who has one more person affected with nutrient deficiencies.
Hi, Katya. We're at the scene here with Eugene, who just got back from his dietitian, and we're shocked to hear what he's been diagnosed with. Eugene, tell us.
Yeah, they said I was lacking some vitamin D, calcium, and vitamin B12.
Wow. Did you have symptoms or any symptoms for these deficiencies?
Yeah, my muscles, they were aching and fatigued and cramping, and then I couldn't swallow my food.
Or do you have a plan for solving these nutritional deficiencies?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going to the dietitian and we're gonna make a nice little plan for old little me.
That sounds like a plan. Back to you, Katya, in the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The United States Nutrition Report has now found that 17% of the U.S.'s 2 to 18-year-olds are now nutrient deficient. School-age children are the most at risk for being deficient in calcium, fiber, folate, iron, magnesium, potassium, and vitamin E. Now that's a mouthful. Now, why are they at such a disadvantage? Many dietitians think that foods marketed to children contain little nutrients and are high in empty calories and fat. In grocery stores, the most unhealthy foods and snacks are at eye level to young children who will relentlessly beg their parents for the sweets. Schools across the nation offer pizza, fried chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, and fries as lunch choices, and children who aren't educated in nutrition will always choose the most unhealthy option. Before we look at how we can prevent these deficiencies, there are some implications when we don't take the proper steps to solve the nutrient deficiencies. Researchers have found that deficiencies can lead to a variety of health problems. These can include digestion problems, skin disorders, stunted or defective bone growth, and even dementia. Prolonged iron deficiencies can even lead to anemia. Vitamin A deficiencies are the #1 cause of preventative childhood blindness. In pregnant women, folate deficiencies can lead to birth defects in newborns. In the elderly and vegans, prolonged vitamin B12 deficiencies can cause pernicious anemia. Most of the time, we don't pay attention to what we are putting into our bodies, but there are serious implications to turning a blind eye. To figure out how to combat these deficiencies, we're going to go back to clinical dietitian Asia Roberts, who sees people every day about these deficiencies. Thank you again, Katya, for letting me speak on this topic that I'm really passionate about. So my recommendations for combating nutritional deficiencies are: 1, to work closely with your dietitian or doctor and follow their plans that they have for you. Everyone's going to be different, so they are the people that really know what you specifically need. My second recommendation is to keep a food diary. So whether you have an app like MyFitnessPal or just a plain paper and pen to write all of your daily food intakes are, that really helps you realize what you're putting into your body. So my third recommendation is to ignore fad diets. We see so many types of diets every day on social media, on TV, or just by word of mouth. You might know the Atkins diet, paleo diet, keto diet. We really want to ignore these types of diets and just focus on eating balanced, varied, and healthful meals, and that'll help you keep your weight down and just keep a healthy diet plan that's just every day and not short. In a society where fast foods and unhealthy foods are marketed to us in everything we do, what can we do to be more knowledgeable? We're going to ask that to clinical dietitian Asia Roberts. That's another great question. So I am an advocate for teaching nutrition at a young age. So when we can go to schools and help young children be more knowledgeable on what they eat, it will instill very healthy habits for when they're older. Going to these schools and just being an advocate, being someone who can help children, will really impact their future. Because eating healthy foods is actually really easy if we can learn it at a young age. You're right about that. Everyone here at the Real News Network would like to thank you. Good night and good luck.